Hi and welcome to this video lesson. In this video lesson, we are going to learn about some of the methods and properties that we can use and apply on a string. So let's just create some variable first. So first name is equal to Subham and var last name is equal to Saurav. And first up we are going to learn about how we can add these two in the full name variable, how we can add these two. So to do that, we can create a variable, say full name, and then equal to first name, and then the plus symbol, and then the last name, and then a semicolon. After that we are going to console log it. So console dot log, and inside of that I will use the full name variable, and at the end the semicolon. Okay, so I will save this, and then I will go back to Chrome, and I will refresh this page, and you will see Subham Saurabh, and you will see that there is no space here. So how can we add a space between the first name and the last name? So to do that, you go back to Visual Studio Code, and after the first plus symbol, just add a string with a space, and then add a plus symbol after that. So just like that, and just save this and go back to Chrome and refresh this, and then you will see Subham Saurabh with a space in between. Now let's go back to VS Code and see the new way of doing this concatenation. So the new way is just use the var, or just create a new variable for sake. So full name 2 is equal to, and then use this backtick symbol, and inside of that backtick symbol use this dollar symbol, and then this opening and closing curly braces, and inside of that you use the first name variable, and then a space, and then the dollar sign, and then the opening and the closing curly braces, inside of that the last name. Okay, and then at the end the semicolon. So what we are doing here, well, we are creating a new variable that is full name 2, and inside of that we are creating a special string which will have the value of the first name and the last name with a space in between. And to use a variable inside a string, or to add a variable inside a string, or to display a variable inside a string, we use this dollar sign, and then this opening and the closing curly braces, and inside of that opening and closing curly braces we type the variable name. Okay, and if you want to add some extra string here, then you can just say space and is my full name with a full stop, and then save this and console log this. So console dot log, and inside of that I will copy this and paste it over here, and at the end the usual semicolon, and then I will save this and I will go back to Chrome, and then I will refresh this, and you will see Subham Saurabh is my full name. So that was about adding a string and the old way of doing string concatenation. Now let's talk about some other stuff. So I want to capitalize or change these Subham Saurabh to the uppercase. So how can we do that? So to that I will do console.log, and inside of that I will use the full name variable, and then dot to uppercase. And since this uppercase is a method which we know from here, so we just click on that, and since this is a method we need to use the opening and the closing parenthesis. So let's just save this. We will talk about this method and property in the later video, so just don't worry about that for now. And then just go back to Chrome after saving it and just refresh this page, and then you will see Subham Saurabh is printed in uppercase. Now if you want to change this into the lowercase, then you can use the lowercase method. So let's just delete all of it, and then 2, and lowercase also a method, so we'll have to use the opening and closing parenthesis. Okay, and then after the opening and closing parenthesis of this lowercase method, we need to use this closing parenthesis for this log, and then we will save this, and then we'll go back to Chrome, and then we will refresh this, and you will see this in the lower case. Now if you want to know the length of this full name variable, if you want to know the number of characters which are available in this full name, then we can use the length property. So just type in length, and you will see that this length is a property, so we don't need to use parenthesis here. So just type in the length and save this, and go back to your Chrome and refresh this page, and you will see that it is of 14 character. So let's just count it to make sure that we are correct. So SHU 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and 13, and this space makes the 14. Okay, now I want to show you how you can add a special symbol in a string. So to do that, we will create a new variable. So var message is equal to, and the message will be it's okay. So it's okay. And the question is, why is this giving us an error? We have started this string from the single quotation and we have ended it with the double quotation, but why is this giving us an error? Well, it is giving us an error because we cannot use this symbol inside of a string, and to use this special symbol inside of a string, we need to use this backslash symbol, and then it will allow us to do that. So let's just console.log this, console.log, and then inside of it I will use the message. And the main point here is that to use any special symbol, you will have to use this backslash before that. So before that special symbol, before any special symbol that you want to use inside of your string, you must put the backslash first. Only in that case it will be correct. So I hope that you understood everything I taught you, and if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.